hosted by Sydney Steinberg and Noah Feindling. And I wanted to start off with what their cold open looks like. Now, these are a couple. They're a married couple.
Ugh.
And they lie in bed. And I don't know what the format is supposed to be. At points, it sounds like I'm in a couples therapy session as they unload on each other about the issues they have or their own personal issues. What's crazy is, I don't even know if I should explain this right off the bat. It might be better as a reveal. These are both comedians. Oh. Yeah, I know. That's the part that I'm like, what? Like, for a living, they're comics.
You'll probably have to keep reminding us as the show goes on that they're comedians. I'm just guessing.
Certainly will. All right. This is how a recent episode started off. And I guess they had to go to Denver for a wedding. And Sydney here, Sid, the blonde girl, does not like Denver. But let's see how the show starts.
Almost heaven, Denver Airport, Big Blue Horsey, Garbanzo Bean Bowl. JK, that airport's horrible.
Can you move closer to me?
Yes. So needy today.
Sorry. I am really needy.
Noah's having a needy moment.
I'm really going through it, guys. I'm going through it.
Well, nice talking to you. Good night.
No, yeah, let's go to sleep.
Okay, no episode.
Well, we're off to a fantastic start. I was listening to Dick Masterson the other day, and he's not a guy who listens to a lot of podcasts like we do. Mm-hmm. He's smart.
Yeah.
But he was listening to some shows, and he goes, nobody brings any fucking energy to their shows. No wonder we're popular. He's talking about himself. There's actually some energy going on here. These assholes literally climb into bed at bedtime and go, all right, let's do a 45-minute show right now. Now that I'm exhausted and have nothing to say. Let's get that fucking going.
All right, let's get this out of the way. Tell me about the viewership.
All right. They have, I think, 38 subscribers, and their videos get about 20 views.
That's fantastic. Okay, that's about what they deserve.
Yes. I was very happy about that. Thank God. I don't know how the person who found this, but it all makes sense. Okay. So Sid is going off. Now, I thought this was appropriate because if I'm not mistaken, Tookie, you live at least near Denver, Colorado. I know you live in Colorado, right?
Yes. Oh, you're so, you pay so close attention to Tookie's life, Carl. That's fantastic. Yes. Tookie is in the lovely state of Colorado.
Now, are you a fan of Denver, the city itself?
No.
Okay.
No, no.
Okay, then you're going to agree. I'll just say I've been to Denver one time. We went to see the South Park 25th anniversary last year, the concert at Red Rocks. Producer Chris and I went. It was 100 degrees with 100% humidity. And so we did not have the best time either. It was not comfortable. But it seemed like a cool town. I don't know. There was a lot of places to go and things to do while we were downtown.
I was seeing quadruple at that time. You
were not doing well. You could have used a little banana bag.
I could have used a lot
of banana bag, yes. So there's always that. All right. So this is Sid going off on, I guess there's a lot of breweries in Denver.
Oh, yes, yes. Everywhere you look. There's the Laundromat Brewery, the Pawn Shop Brewery. Yes, there are breweries all over Colorado. I think besides being the first to legalize marijuana, we are known for the state with the most breweries.
So the Pawn Shop Brewery, do you bring in a stolen bike and get like a growler to go or something? How does that work? That sounds pretty cool.
Yes.
Used beer.
Yeah. Here's my buddy's guitar he left in the practice space. Can I get a keg?
Just like John, that's where John goes to sell his buybacks.
Right. He brings the bubble in. He brings the upside down shot glass. Yep. It's worth $5, right? Like, no, it's not.
That's good.
All right. So this is, so I know that Tookie doesn't drink. Sid doesn't drink. We're going to find out as well. Mm-hmm. So that's why both Tookie and Sydney do not enjoy all the breweries that they're seeing.
Oh, I know there's the different types of beers, but the different types of beers at each place tastes the same as the others.
You're saying an IPA.
An IPA is an IPA. A Pilsner's a Pilsner.
Man, you are heated.
Unless a monk's making it. Unless you're a monk making beer, I don't want to hear it from you.
Okay. So the thing that I'm realizing about Sydney right off the bat is she thinks she's funny because she's quirky. Mm-hmm. She repeats things, but she uses a different voice and inflection when she repeats things.
Yeah, she's one of those people that think, oh, if I do a stupid voice, everyone will think I'm funny.
Yes.
Haka haka.
Yeah, and fuck it, I might as well bring this up now since we've already gotten this far. So I was doing a little research on our friend Sydney, who just quit her job, by the way. I have a clip about that. But lo and behold, I found her on the UCB comedy website. That's right. She is a member of the Upright Citizens Brigade, of course, improv comedy at its worst. And she does a show coming up called The Sober Show. Improv comedy based on your drunk stories performed by sober improvisers. Featuring an all-sober cast, like In Recovery Sober, will perform improv based on drug stories. In the first part of the show, cast members will share drinking stories from their former life. Then we'll ask the audience for drunk stories of their own to inspire the sets. Sounds interactive. How fun. What a fun time. I hate shit like this.
Doesn't seem very fun at all.
No, it seems like torturous.
It does.
I like the big
terrible.
smiling frosty mug of beer as their logo.
Yeah. I know. You show up there, you're like, all right, where do I get one of those fun beer? Oh, it says non-alcoholic. It's a
letters.
point to it.
Don't want to trigger anyone.
Yeah, okay.
He should be crying.
All those former alcoholics staring at that cartoon beer.
Yeah.
Just wanting just a drop.
According to the knowledge graph, now when you go to Google and you Google something, oftentimes on the right-hand side, the knowledge graph shows up. And it pulls out some pertinent information, so you don't have to click anywhere and get the information that you need about that thing. So I Google Sydney Steinberg. And according to this, it says, Sydney is a writer and actor from San Diego. Her podcast, the Bedtime Podcast, is critically acclaimed and was most recently featured on Vulture. Let that sink in. Critically acclaimed. Okay. So this is her complaining about Denver and the restaurant experience.
One thing about Denver, I'll say, they had some non-alcoholic options for me wherever I went.
They did have a lot of good non-alcoholic options.
That being said, we went to one place. Went to one restaurant that I found. It was 2 blocks from our hotel called City O City. It's a vegan vegetarian restaurant. It was 2 blocks from our hotel. We went there the first day. I thought this is one of the best meals of my life. And I went back every day.
Okay.
Producer Chris's reaction to that was so perfect because, yes, not only is she sober, she's also a vegan. So this woman, she's like, I don't like Denver. It's not very fun. You're not very fun.
Yeah.
You're the problem in this scenario.
Fun for her is the annoying voice.
Right. That's fun. Listening to me talk. Yeah. Nope.
That's all she has. That's her vice.
Nope.
What are good non-alcoholic options? Like
water?
Coke?
Yeah, right.
Pepsi?
Sprite? No,
drugs.
I was trying to figure that out too. She's like, can you believe they actually do serve drinks that don't have alcohol? And I'm like, well, yeah.
I may have heard about it.
I believe that to be true.
An older producer told me.
Okay. So this segment right here is like talking to your annoying friends when they first get back from Denver and they explain what their trip was like. This should not be a show. This is a conversation. I bet they've already had this conversation. And then they're like, all right, let's turn on the cameras. Let's do that again.
Yeah. Stop talking.
I think Denver's has good food, but I was very thrown back. Is that the right word?
I was very thrown back. Sure.
I was very not into the city itself, except when we got dropped off at the train station. That area was kind of cute.
It wasn't.
No, that area was kind of nice. That side of the city. But where we were was very like industrial and like there was just a lot of like empty lots and it's very spread out and it just feels like a city that's still growing, like it hasn't found its, I don't know, city center.
Feels like a city that doesn't know what it wants to be.
Yeah,
so it's just being boring.
Boom! Hot take! You're being boring.
Yeah, the balls on this lady.
As our buddy Croge always says to his kids who complain about being bored, it's like, no. You're not bored, you're boring. If you can't find shit to do in Denver, I don't know what to tell you. There's shit to do there. Promise you that. So,
100%.
So they're with friends and they want to go to a sports bar, watch football. They want to do different things. And of course, Sid here is not having any of that. So she goes off on her own and does her own thing. And they're complaining about what people are wearing and the clothing. Did you watch this episode, Tookie?
I did. I listened to the whole thing coming home from Casa Bonita in Denver.
We'll talk about that.
But yes, I did listen to this, and I actually thought this was a lesbian couple up until about this point. But I realized Noah was actually a man, and I didn't want to like Noah, but I started liking Noah at this point because I don't understand. I didn't get her whole what they were wearing thing, but yeah, he seems to start to get very annoyed with her at times.
Yeah, who cares what the people in the city are wearing? What kind of observation is that? Gives a shit.
Yeah. If you're still in the States, that's not experiencing a city.
Right. That's a good point. No. So now, of course, because they're entertainers, first and foremost. I know it looks like...
Thank you for reminding me.
They're bored out of their minds, and we should be too. But no. They got one final take on Denver, and there's going to be some singing.
Oh. This is my final take. Denver, not a girl town. Denver's for the boys.
Denver's for the boys.
Denver's for the boys.
Denver's for the boys.
I'm going to Denver now with my fiance. It's a special trip for him, and I've just gotta say, Denver's for the boys.
God, your voice is terrible.
I tried.
At least he's saying what we're all thinking. So that's helpful.
Yeah, but he joined in with singing, so he
started
points deducted.
He fucking started it, and he knows what's going to happen when he starts singing.
Your boy Noah there, Tookie.
Yeah, your buddy Noah.
Oh, I really hope you clipped his pet name for her.
Oh, I don't think I have that. What was it? No, that's your name for her.
No, he did.
Did he really?
At some point, he called her a cunt.
Well, it makes sense because she's really annoying. She's very difficult. She's like Stuttering John. She's difficult. She's very picky about the food that she eats.
I just don't eat out that much because I think most food is mediocre. So, like, yeah, traveling is fucking annoying because I want to eat good food.
So you're limiting the chef to 2 of the 4 food groups, and then you're going, I mean, this food's just not very good. Well, it's kind of on you on that point. I mean, I realize there's other proteins besides meat, but you get my point. You're taking on a lot of good ingredients out of these dishes that would make it delicious.
Grocery stores, like, just go buy a carrot. Like, all carrots taste the same, pretty much.
Well, and I didn't pull this clip, but she goes on and on about this food she got at the airport that was just a bunch of vegetables in a bowl, and she's like, "That was great." Yeah, I would eat that all fucking day, and I'm like, "Okay, so you're not that picky."
Yeah, and you can eat that all day, actually.
You can. It's everywhere.
It's very easy.
It's everywhere.
I'm almost 100% sure that Garbanzo's place she was talking about is a chain. So she could get that anywhere.
Okay. But that was the one takeaway she had, was the one vegan restaurant they went to in Denver and then the place at the airport were the 2 places that were good food, in her opinion, whatever that means. Mm-hmm. So this is reassessing her behavior in Denver because, as you heard, she was a bit of a problem. Everyone wanted to do stuff. She doesn't want to watch football. She doesn't want to sit at a sports bar. She doesn't want to do anything.
I'm going to go over here and improvise.
Yeah.
People go with the flow all the time or people pleasers.
Yeah, I don't think that's always a bad thing, but I think, like, if you're going to go to a bar and not have a good time, or more importantly, go be like overdrained. I mean, like, it was a lot of time with a lot of big groups of people.
Much talking.
So it's a lot of talking. So I was tired too. I get you being like, let me take the afternoon, because we went there for a wedding. Let me take the afternoon to just kind of like do my thing, kind of get centered so I can be, more outspoken and, cheery to, at the wedding.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are ruining my show now. This is a conversation you have on the way home. Right? This couple could have this conversation on the plane, talk about this, but no, they have to come back home and then have this conversation. And not for nothing, thankfully nobody watches the show, But she's talking about how put out she was by going to her friend's wedding. That's kind of a dick move. A little bit. I can imagine them when they write the thank you card. Sorry you had to put up with us, Sid. Jesus Christ.
Their viewership just went down by 2.
Yeah.
She's a pain in the ass. And everything comes down to, will I have a vegan option where we're going?
Yep. And that's my next clip. That's my next clip. She talks about, will there be a vegan option at the wedding? And this is obviously the most important thing to her.
I didn't say there were vegan options. I said, this is what I found out is going to be there. Do you think you can find something?
Yeah, he said pasta and tamales.
And you said yes.
Yeah, but I assumed he had asked if there was a vegan option. And then, because that's what I asked him to ask.
I just felt weird kind of getting specific with my friend about what exactly was at the wedding. I just didn't want to put our shit onto him.
But it's not putting our shit onto him. I was happy to eat before. Like, I have no problem doing that.
I know, but I just think when you're planning a wedding, I'm sure you're like, you just don't want to hear about other people's like fucking problems.
Just punch her.
But that being said,
so
we get there to the wedding.
There's no vegan option.
Oh, good. First of all, she said I was happy to eat before. She's not happy to do anything.
No. She
miserable. Keeps looking at the camera like she's Kate McKinnon. That's who she thinks she is.
Good call.
She's pausing for laughter after everything, waiting for someone to break.
The dead stare.
Oh, fuck you, lady.
See what I deal with? Huh?
Yeah.
Actually, I bet Tookie could do that. Let's see, Tookie, can you do that move? Oh, I just took him out. Not what I meant to do. Let's see that look. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Tookie's got so many different expressions. It's really impressive. So then after that, it turns out she ordered Postmates, had it delivered to the wedding, and ate outside.
So she goes out of her way to be a cunt everywhere.
Ate her vegan sushi outside and explained how amazing it was.
Yeah, wearing that veganism as a badge.
Yep.
I've seen this many times.
She literally says she's saving the planet. As if animals don't eat other animals. As if that isn't the natural order of things. People are so fucking stupid. It's so self-righteous. It's so obnoxious.
And like the worst vegan food, she got vegan sushi.
Yeah.
Which is like avocado wrapped in seaweed and rice.
Correct.
Again, why not just go to the supermarket and get some vegetables?
Yeah.
That's all you eat.
All right, let's get off the vegan thing.
Okay.
Let's find out. So Sydney just quit her job. Let's find out what she was doing.
You know, I can't do customer service anymore. It's gonna give me a heart attack and I'm gonna die young from it.
She was in customer service?
That's what they call stand-up comedy now?
No, I can't imagine that a company looked at her and went, I want you to be the front line for our customers. Like, why? She's an asshole. She sucks. Why would you do that to your company? So this is her explaining why she quit her job.
Oh, wait. She's in customer service at the DMV.
Right. Oh, yeah, right. Good point. This is why she quit her job.
And also, the thing about jobs like that is I feel like I'm being productive when I'm at work because I'm making money. So then I don't feel like I have to be productive on my days off. I'm like, I just have to rest. Which when you're an artist, that's not good because you're not being productive when you're at your day job. You're just like, feeding the beast that is your landlord's pockets. But you gotta do all your shit on your days off, and I'm too tired.
It's so enraging.
Comedians, everyone.
Oh my God. Could you imagine? So she's so tired from working yesterday that she can't do anything today. I can't even comprehend what she's saying.
But she has the energy to bitch about it.
When I have a day off from my job, I do all the things I want to do. Yeah. It's amazing. The idea that she's like, well, I worked yesterday, so I have to lay in bed all day today. Well, no, that's called depression. That's clinical depression is what you're describing. Fucking get up and do something. Get motivated.
They're literally doing the podcast from their bed.
Yes, good point. Why did I think anything differently about this? But I think Tookie understands this. I started this podcast as a hobby on the weekends, working a full-time job. Tookie's fucking getting up early, 5 a.m. on Wednesdays to do a podcast before work?
Yes, Tookie's very stupid, but Tookie also enjoys it. And yes, but you have to, know your priorities. And I still have to go to work. Sucks.
I cannot be married to someone like this. Someone who complains like this. Well, I work 5 days a week. You expect me to be able to work on my comedy? Yeah. I would expect you to do that when you're not working on the days that you work, and as long as you want to on the days that you're not working. It's really not that difficult.
We're a dying breed, Carl.
I guess so. What the fuck? You gonna say anything, producer Chris? All right.
Tookie covered it.
All right.
Sorry.
So we've heard enough of her complaining. Let's get into Noah complaining now. Okay. The writer's strike is over, and Noah is a comedy writer, and he's got multiple jobs, and this is him bitching.
Because like right now, it's getting late at night, and I have about 2 hours of work to do.
It's brutal.
And I'm tired. I can't do it tonight. So what then? I'm gonna wait. Our room starts at 10, so I'm gonna get up at 6:30.
Yeah.
And work from 7 to 9. That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
His writing group starts at 10 a.m. He's like, Jesus Christ, how do you find the time to do this stuff?
Holy shit.
What an asshole.
Yes, you just put it into perspective that Tookie, has to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then his day after his real job won't end until about 4:30. Oh no. I don't know if Tookie Soup's going to be on every Wednesday anymore.
Yeah, I know. And this guy's bitching about having to get up to work from 7 to 9 and then going to work at 10. Holy shit.
Well, do we know? I'm like you. Yeah, he said 2 hours. So it has to be, because I was going to say, is he saying maybe 7 in the morning to 9 at night?
No.
No.
Definitely not. He's got to write a couple of scenes for a show, which, I don't know, is probably fun. I would imagine if you're writing comedy for a living, it's a lot better than dealing with spreadsheets and accounting all day, I would imagine.
I would look forward to only 2 hours of prep.
Yeah, right.
It'd be a nice little exercise.
No shit. And then the complaining doesn't stop there. This poor guy. I don't know. I mean, obviously, Americans, we pick ourselves up by the bootstraps. We work hard. We built this country. We're one of the youngest countries and also one of the best countries in the world. Is because of the work ethic that we have and the fact that we're able to grind through and do the jobs people don't want to do.
I think what's also bums me out is like when you look at a computer all day for fucking 8 hours and then you have to go home and look at a computer again. And I just think like, what is this life that what am I going towards? Like, why am I doing this?
He's having an existential crisis on the show right now.
I know what he's going towards, and because he keeps doing this, it looks like suicide.
Yeah, unaliving himself. No, he's fine. He's gonna figure it out. I'm sure. I just think because his wife was bitching about Denver for 30 minutes straight, he's like, well, I have things in my life too. Let me take
the wheel for a second.
Jesus Christ, great comedy show, idiots. Yeah.
They live in Gaza, right?
Right, I know. The way that they're talking, you would think that there are bombs going off.
Yeah, they're hostages.
Yeah, they're in a cave somewhere.
And her complaints might get a little more mileage with me if she didn't deliver them in that way.
Yeah.
That vocal, fry baby talk way.
Yep.
She's barely talking.
Oh, well, thankfully, Noah finally realizes that she is high maintenance, and she is probably the problem.
This weekend, I felt like, I was like, oh, wow, my wife is high maintenance. And in some ways you are, but in a lot of ways you aren't.
Yeah, I'm not high maintenance.
Yeah, let me help you out with that. I'm not.
Yeah, no, you are. You are high maintenance. You ordered Postmates to the wedding and ate outside.
I wish this was the bedtime divorce podcast.
Have you ever been to a wedding? Everybody eats at the tables together. That's a big part of the wedding. People don't just take their food to go. All right, the food's ready? Cool. I'll be over here chowing down. See you guys.
Yeah, that's beyond negative attention. That's highly rude.
Yes.
And your food probably sucked.
I'm sure it did.
It'd probably be better to tell everyone, hey, I have to go take a giant dump.
Right.
That's why I'm going to be gone.
Hey, guys, I have a Coke problem, so I'll be in the bathroom for the next 30, 40 minutes, but go ahead and eat. Don't wait for me. I'm good. Anything.
no, it's the food here sucks. So I ordered Postmates, and I'm going to stuff my face on some stairs outside.
And I'm sure there were tears too. I can't imagine there weren't also tears.
I can't believe it.
I figured she was fully committed to going, it's delicious.
Yeah, there could be that too, because she was crowing
so
about
good.
it. Yeah.
Oh, it's infuriating, though. Like how veganism has to be her personality.
Right.
Yes.
Like Chad with hats.
Yes, correct. Like Chad had the Argyle sweater. That's he was Argyle sweater guy, and then he was sneaker guy, and yeah. All right. So Noah is a retard, and I'm going to prove it with this clip right here. I think you'll see what I'm talking about.
It's like when you're working a lot, you don't have money. You're making money, but you don't have any time to use the money.
Yeah.
When you're not working, you have a lot of time, but you don't have any money.
Yeah, you've spent all the money.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
Jesus Christ, Noah. What are these observations he's making? These are grown adults in Hollywood and show business having these conversations right now.
This is our future.
This is our present, unfortunately.
True.
This is what's happening right now. All right. So then there's a newer episode. They have a guest on the show. They have hey guys, get ready for some hilarious jokes. It's a threesome because all three are in bed. So that's pretty great. And this is getting off to a good start.
It's the Bedtime Podcast.
We have a guest today.
We have a guest today.
Our first ever guest. They have a guest today.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, at least she brings some energy to the bed, I guess. I'll give her that. But yeah. And if you start off your show singing, stop it. Stop. Not stop singing. Stop doing a show. Just you shouldn't be doing a show anymore. It's over. Please never do that. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing everybody. So they start talking about in this episode. Apparently, for the wedding they had, Sid and Noah, Sid bought a dress that was 50 years old. She went to the store and purchased this dress. And now Noah's going to take that premise and run with it for some sweet, sweet improv.
The person who sold Sid that dress took the box out and put it on like the cash register and blew dust off the box.
No.
You're thinking like it's like Casper flew out.
This box has never been opened. This is the first box. The last woman who wore it died a horrible death.
You want to hear something crazy about my mom?
That's a perfect response to that bit. All right, so moving on. I'll tell you guys a quick anecdote. Holy shit, Noah.
I heard he stole those jokes from Legion of Skanks.
You think so? You think it's pretty edgy?
Yes.
He even looks embarrassed right here. He's like, oh, fuck, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Also, I want to point out, because this guest comes out, I wasn't sure if this is really their bed or not, because there's no bed frame or anything. So this one points out that it actually is their bed. It's kind of depressing.
I mean, you could have gotten away with it just propping some pillows up anywhere.
Yeah,
it doesn't
right.
have to be.
That's what I was kind of thinking. That's what it
gross.
looks like. It's just a blank wall behind them they're leaning up against.
I bet it's on the floor.
Yeah.
No bed frame.
Oh, yeah.
Kid style.
Probably right.
Is that his mother-in-law?
No.
That lady.
She's a friend of theirs. I think she's also in show business.
Oh, she's a comedian.
Oh,
like Ray
yeah.
DeVito.
Couldn't you tell her improv skills when she started singing with them?
Sure.
She's a comedian like Ray DeVito.
Comedian.
We'll get into that. We got a lot of news on that front. I want to show you why these two adults, Noah and Sid, are so hateable. I fucking can't stand people like this.
Halloween is my favorite day of the year.
Yeah.
October is my favorite season. I live and die for Halloween.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
It makes nothing but sense. These are children. I have to stare at a computer screen, and then when I work, I have money, but I don't have time to spend it, and then I don't work, and then I don't have any money to spend. I have to get up early, get my work done. Fucking children.
Then I do a show in my jammies.
I do my show with my jammies, with my best gal, and she loves Halloween, and we dress up.
So she is clearly depressed and has some other shit going on.
Yeah.
What's his deal?
What is
Is he
his
just
deal?
retarded?
He might be.
Okay.
It's surprising that they're married.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what his deal is.
Yeah. I don't know.
What do you think the dynamic is there, Tookie?
I don't know, but I really wish I clipped the part where he did say my wife is a.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that, sir.
Yeah.
Good Christmas.
All right. Well, I have just one more clip, thankfully, and then we'll move on with our lives. But this is what I was talking about to start the show, the couples therapy aspect of this. This is just the two of them talking about what annoys each other. I don't need to hear this on a show.
This is a topic we wanted to talk about, which is that Noah loses like fucking everything. But and it really annoys me, but I don't lose anything. But something I do that annoys
Your
Noah.
temper.
Not my temper. He has more of a temper than me.
No.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes.
Sid.
We'll get to that.
Here she's avoiding.
But
Classic avoidant.
But I don't remember like any conversations I've had. So I think I'm so busy thinking about where all my stuff is all the time.
Yeah.
That I can't be bothered to remember what you and I talked about last week.
I mean, Amy,
And do you remember conversations?
I remember everything so vividly, like perfectly. It is so frustrating because we'll have like a really important talk, making plans, like things that I'm like, I am building my life, the next few days of my life around this conversation.
Listen, shut up for a second.
This show needs an egg timer. Someone just be like, okay, now you
Just
stop
eggs.
talking.
So, yeah, we've established that no one watches this. Who is it for? Is it for them to get through marriage?
Well, the problem I have with this is that they fancy themselves comics and writers and improv actors.
Those are all big problems.
Yeah, these are all big problems when their show is this bad.
Yeah.
Because it's embarrassing. If they're trying to get work in show business, I wouldn't want this on YouTube.
Not at all.
Right. Like that'd be a detriment to me getting hired places.
Well, we've established that Noah hates working. Maybe he wants to get fired from everything at once.
You might be right. So Sid quit her job because customer service is too hard and I can't get my work
Quit,
done.
Sid.
Yeah, so she quits.
It's draining.
And poor, I don't know how long Noah's going to last at this job if he's got to get up before work even starts to do some work.
Job. His marriage. How long is he going to last in his marriage? These two are doomed.
Yeah, the marriage seems like a lot of work too, which is probably why they're so exhausted all the time.
And stay in bed.
God, if I were Noah, I'd have a drinking problem.
Who are these podcasts? WAT